bosses are still here as well. But I know the head honcho left. I don't know which way they went, but hell, they were kind of scattering in all directions.
Which head honcho?
The head honcho. The head honcho took off with the wagons. I'm
the
pretty sure
half dragon or the female?
No, the half dragon and the female. They should still be here. And she's pretty cute too.
If there's any chance, I believe we should go and capture them and see what their plans are.
Ah.
You're gonna capture them? What do you mean? Did you just say capture them?
Oh, no.
No, we're going to catch them before they leave the camp.
Give me a charisma deception roll.
Go, Misty. Oh, but does that mean?
Welcome to the
dear.
game, Misty. Misty number 2.
Oh dear. Why do I see this is going to be bad?
Nah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. I see a crit happening here.
He goes, yeah. And, kind of thought I heard you say we need to capture him, but and the other guys kind of look, the other huntsmen, they kind of look at each other and said, yeah, boss, that's what we did. Yeah.
Well, of course, when they did come close to us, I turned around and covered myself up so they didn't look at my
I rolled an 11 insight.
Non-blue disguise.
I need to get my new dice cam up. Can't wait for you guys to see the dice cam. It's gonna be good.
Get just pull that cloak over, big up, be fine. So the hunting's still going well then?
Yeah, we're still bringing them back. I guess something's in that cave that's eating the shit out of all of this meat. And as fast as we're coming back, they're telling us to go out to get more. I don't care. As long as the money keeps rolling in, that's all I care about.
So are you planning on heading back out tonight, or?
Nah, we're gonna probably camp here for the night and probably head back out in the morning if they want us to. So did you get a bow yet, or are you still hunting with us? Are you still trying to sneak up on them? And then the rest of the hunters are kind of slapping, and their horses are kind of tight with one another, and they're all laughing. Really, whenever you're ready to learn how to shoot a bow, or you just come and find me.
How many hunters are there?
There are a total of there's 6 of them, 5 in a pack, and then there's what appears to be the head huntsman or the lead huntsman that is actually talking to Rurok.
I mean, these guys are alright. They're not part of the cult. They're just hunters, basically bringing in game for whatever is going on in that cave. I think essentially these guys will be heading back out. I think if we were to kind of stay in the camp, we might be able to find out what's in that cave without having to actually kill these guys. But unless, of course, Kadojo decides he just wants to have a go.
Fight.
I'm surprised. I'm just kind of surprised they don't recognize Misty and the Zelos.
So am I.
I'm just surprised he hasn't noticed that my beard's grown a foot in the last 2 days.
Yeah, they're huntsmen. They don't give a shit. Now, if you run into anything else, then of course I'm gonna make some perception checks. But these are the hunters. They're out from sun up to sundown. They don't know what's going on. They're just they're hired mercenaries as well. They're just not killing anyone. They're just hunters.
So how many
I'm
are
going to
left in the
suggest
camp?
that we move around the north side to where the abandoned guard tower is closest to the cave, and conceal ourselves there and watch the mouth of that cave, watch the tent that Brandergosa and Furlon are in.
That does give us the high ground, though.
I might just make my excuses with the hunter and say, suppose I better go out and see if I have any. Well, my luck's got to change sometime soon, so I
Yeah.
can see about.
You
Yeah.
might ask him for a spare bow. I just, for the sake of allaying some suspicion.
I don't know how to use a bow.
He don't know that.
I'll actually ask him. Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll say, have you got any spare bows that I could possibly trade for you?
I might have one over at the camp. In fact, I'll even give it to you, and I'll give you your first lesson for free.
Okay. Well, will we just come into the camp with them?
Sure.
As long as we stay away. As long
You
as we stay
guys-
away from.
Yeah, you guys stroll right
That's all-
into camp.
Yep.
And in fact, they've actually moved their camp. They're not at this. They're not at this first gathering of tents anymore. They've actually moved up onto the second tier of the camp. So they've actually moved up into this bunch of tents up here.
Cool. Well, we may as well join them. They're not being hostile to us, and I think they're better cover than anybody if we're actually with them. Then the only thing is, it could go pretty pear-shaped if we get called out. But I think if we stay kind of within the kind of tents and stuff like that, I don't think we're going to get any bother from anybody else at the moment. It seems the rest of the camp's just completely deserted.
Yeah, he like I told you, the hunter, he tells you that it was just actually weird how it all happened. All of a sudden during the night, the alarms woke them up as well. And then, that next morning, and in fact, several hours after that, several of the idiot cultists, he keeps calling them, they've started trickling right out of the camp. And then in the morning, a lot of the wagons left. Carter Crow, thanks for the follow.
I'll just ask him, is the half dragon
Thank you.
still in the big tent?
The big tent. You're talking about the guys, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the leaders. Yeah, I think they're.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're in the. I think they're in the cave. I haven't seen them. I've seen them coming and going. They're either there or their tent. One of the two.
Okay. Well, will we just go in with them, guys? I mean,
Yeah, sure. Let's.
That's
you
fine.
guys-
The closer we
it's
are,
kind of
it'd be
better cover, I think, for us if we've got the hunters with us as well. They'll just think we're part of the hunting party.
They're
Well, we'll just follow them.
nobody in the tower.
and-
Yeah, you guys are not being contested at all. And like I was saying, a lot of these first groups of kobold tents, they're basically all burnt down.
Okay, well, we'll just basically we just follow them in pretty much to the camp here, and now we can set up almost like a little camp ourselves. Maybe to the back of these ones.
Yeah, you notice.
Give us a bit of cover from the big tent, just in case anybody decides to come out for a glance about.
Well, the hunters, they actually take the elk that they have on the extra horse, the extra couple horses that they have, and they're actually they're walking the horses up to the cave and dropping off the meat, and then the carcasses, the elk, are actually pulled into the cave. And what's pulling them into the cave are these sort of like half dragons. Not as, just from the looks, they don't look as big as like Landradrosa, but they are still, and they resemble dragonborn / they're humanoid types of dragons. So. So what else do you guys think?
Well, anybody care to do first watch?
I can. I'll stay up for first watch, no problem. I'll keep
Couple
an
of
eye
the-
on.
A couple of the huntsmen says, "There's nothing around here anymore, darling." Everything
I can't
is
be too
gone.
sure.
Yeah, you might want to get up in one of those towers then. There hasn't been anything up there in a couple days.
I think I will.
So what else are you guys looking around at in the camp?
Are the slaves still in the set of tents to the south?
No, actually they are gone. All of the prisoners that were in those small cages and working outside and being pulled in and out of the cave, they're all gone. Just empty cages now.
Is there any comings and goings? You know how you said there was like pockmarks, like almost like pockmarked caves in the walls? Do we see any of those kobolds or anything like that flying in and out? There's nothing.
Mm-mm. You see some winged kobolds hanging out at the entrance of the cave, though. I mean, they're distinctive. They look like winged kobolds.
So, Dave, I'm going to try and take a rough estimate of a head count.
Alright, hold on. They actually look like this. Like that. Those are the type of winged kobolds that you see. So yeah, look like that. Of course, different, skin color variations and whatnot. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're all in the caves. Maybe it's a good idea to cave them in.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing going on out here.
I just missed. I think this is like a big lattice of caves that's just all in this kind of area. I think the reason like these kobolds were coming earlier on when we were here, they were coming out of like holes in the walls as well. I don't think shoring up the cave's gonna, like, even trying to blow the cave is going to make a difference. I think they'll still be able to get out. Maybe though.
Of course, we're all saying this away from the hunters, of course.
Yeah. Well, they're way up taking
there's
the
lots
elks
of
and
caves,
stuff, aren't they?
But the most noticeable one and the most distinguishable cave is the one on the eastern wall there. But there are small other caves, like I told you guys last time you were here. There's some of them are hidden, some of them are plain as day. They're just not shown visually on the map.
Oh, I see.
How many are visible?
Well,
lounging at the entrance of the cave.
You've seen about a half a dozen different winged kobolds. They've actually been all winged kobolds and a couple of the half dragon type looking humanoids.
How many of the half dragon type humanoids?
You saw a couple different ones. You saw a couple different half dragons. They had different color tones. Now it's really starting to get dark. So as you guys are kind of checking things out, there's no activity in the tent here, where you guys had seen Frularn and Landradrosa frequent several times. There's nothing going on there. The posts that were in the ground, actually the one. Remember when Leosin recommended that they tied up
hang somebody up?
Yeah, he's still tied up. And then the other, like I said, basically the tents where you guys are at, that cluster of tents, is basically the only cluster that doesn't have any kind of damage. But the other ones, are a couple of them are okay, but there's no other fires going. The only fires that you guys had seen when you first started coming in, before you actually encountered the huntsmen, were a couple smoldering fire pits that was coming from this cluster of tents where you're currently at.
By the look of the camp, Dave, does it look like? I mean, has it been picked clean? Has it like literally everything been kind of shipped up and shipped out, and kind of, or is it just like pots and pans are left and
there's some junk. I mean, there's not a whole lot of valuable stuff.
I just like it literally like they just upped and left, or rather that they'd obviously taken the time to pack stuff up before they left, or does it just look like?
Yeah, they packed it all up. We know that there's a couple left in the cave, and They basically put everything on. In fact, they were wheeling the wagons up to the cave, and they were loading a bunch of stuff up on the wagons from the mouth of the cave, and we couldn't see it. I mean, it was, this is happening, and actually this was last night. And, they had that covered, so we couldn't see what was going on there. But they got out of here quick. But something's going on in that cave, and I don't know what's going on. But it's obviously we're feeding something, because they still need this food that we're bringing in the last couple days. And, all of this was basically going to all of the cultists that were here before. But now there's something still in there that's eating it, and as far as I know, they want us back tomorrow as well. So as long as they keep paying, we'll keep killing. So
what do you suggest, guys? That we wait until morning, wait till these hunters go, and then have a look at this cave?
I don't know. I think we should try tonight and crawl into one of the many little holes and figure out a way and maybe capture one of these kobolds.
None of them will talk. They'll probably just squeal for help.
The head hunter, the head huntsman, he actually asked you if are you going to be staying the night, or are you going to want that bow lesson in the morning? Well, actually, I don't know if it's going to be in the morning, but maybe sometime later. You guys going back out for the hunt tonight? You can sneak on them with your hatchet, sneak up on them, try to get them. How many have you gotten, by the way? Are they paying you for bringing nothing back?
No, they're not. The last I've only brought 2 back in the last week. It's been poor hunting for me, but the luck's got to change sometime.
So is it all of you guys hunting, or what?
I'm just here to supervise.
You're the boss, huh?
Of course.
You're the one that handles the money, huh?
Yes, I am.
I'll just kind of roll my eyes at the dwarf, and shrug my shoulders like, what can you do?
Well, if they're not going to do a good job at it, I'm not going to pay them.
That's probably why the boss is here now, and he kind of nudges you a little bit, Rurock.
Yeah, don't I know it? Yeah, we'll be out sometime in the morning to go hunting tomorrow. So yeah, if we don't see you before, you guys will be up early. I take it, yeah.
We'll be out in probably about another 4 or 5 hours. Just a couple cat naps. Just a couple cat naps.
Okay, well I think we'll stay the night here, and just we'll probably see you at some point tomorrow.
All right, friend. Actually, they start to turn in. They're drinking a little bit out of their wineskins. They're cracking open. They've got a barrel of ale as well, and it seems like they're just having some dinner before it looks like they're going to be turning in. They're getting their bed rolls out and just basically relaxing a little bit. Kadojo, you've been quiet. Krivgar, what are you two guys doing?
Just trying to keep an eye on the cave entrance and anything that's going on around. Trying to stay aware, that's all.
Yeah, it's basically just winged kobolds, a couple of the dragonborn type of humanoids. Krivgar?
I'm just trying to keep myself covered up, since they might recognize me without having the blue disguise kit on.
They don't recognize you. They would have said something by now. But honestly, I don't even think these hunters would even give a crap, to be honest. I mean, they're calling these cultists idiots. So, what What else are you guys doing? You guys kind of walking around the camp, or what?
Yeah, we may as well have a look about and just see what we can find.
Couple of the other hunters, they're walking around, trying to scavenge anything from like the
salvage anything.
Yeah, looks like they're kind of looking around as well.
Let's go check out that big tent there.
I guess I'm just being the overly cautious dragonborn.
No, that's alright.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we don't get any
So-
grief from the
How
from
much
the stuff
time
that
do
they-
you want to spend searching the camp?
Well,
About an hour.
yeah, at least.
About an hour?
I mean, we've got plenty of time here. I don't think anything's
it's-
going to happen
well,
straight
about
away.
8
So.
o'clock.
Traveling all day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about
Travels
8
all
o'clock,
day,
9
so.
o'clock. You guys have traveled, 50 plus miles as well, so you're getting a little tired. You have a task at hand, so I don't
Yeah,
think
we'll
you're going
kind of
to-
just be looking about, see if there's any kind of correspondence or notes or anything kind of left lying about or discarded, and
you
anything
guys,
we can.
yeah, you can give me a you don't even have to give me a perception roll, but basically what you guys find is just a bunch of junk. I mean, there's a lot of cracked pottery, a bunch of rusty utensils, a couple pieces of silver, but I mean nothing of any kind of value. A lot of soiled clothing and bedding, a bunch of the cheap broken cookware, a couple bottles of wine. You find a couple bottles of wine that could actually be drank, and but for the most part, everything is pretty much junk. And you also notice that some of this stuff is from Greenest because it has a symbol of Greenest on it. Like on the like a box or.
Yep.
But nothing of any value.
Yeah.
Nothing that can actually really be salvaged either.
Was there anything
Actually,
in the
you
big
guys
tent?
you guys can do perception checks if you want. I mean, I gave you the gist, but I mean, you guys can do perception checks as well. So I'll let you do those because I'm sure you guys are probably itching to. There hasn't been a lot of dice rolling tonight.
Is there anything in the big tent, or is that cleaned out?
No, there's a couple tables, and you peer inside, and you can actually tell that a couple items were actually drug from the tent into the cave. Looks like a couple larger items, not recently, because you can see some other footprints and stuff on top of these like kind of dug in gouge marks from dragging something into the cave. Probably like a table or a piece of furniture, you're thinking. Let's see. Ralthwain. All of these, you're looking around. Sis and Guy, you're looking around, kind of scratching your head, thinking, yep, this is all broken stuff. Ralthwain, you're kind of, you're given a good once over of the area. What area are you searching as well?
To be honest, I'd like to search. Well, I'd kind of like to search close to the large tent. I mean, I'm hopefully not going to try and draw any attention to myself. I'm going to make sure that it's unoccupied. We haven't seen anybody coming or going from the tent, have we, since we got here?
Not the tent, no. Just basically some winged kobolds came out. A couple of the what appears to be the half dragons, the human ones.
Yeah, I'll have a look in the large tent, and then maybe kind of over to here as well.
Yeah, it looks like the large
Look at
tent's been cleaned out for the most part.
Yeah.
All of the tents on the south, they're all damaged. That's actually where you found the 2 bottles of wine. So you guys can actually add that onto your character sheet.
Probably
Now-
think Misty would take them. She likes her wine.
Possibly, yeah, she does.
Hell yes.
But one thing that you do notice, though, Ralthwain, where the wagons were parked along the eastern wall, you do notice that the tracks are kind of all heading in the same direction, as it looks like they're all heading out of the camp.
Heading out of the camp rather than right. Okay.
It just depends. I mean, do you want to follow the tracks out, or?
Well, I mean, I'll follow them out just to get a general idea of whereabouts they're like which way they kind of turn from when they come out the camp, and whether they're heading north or east or whatever.
It looks like all of these wagons looks like they're all turning to the west.
They've got a caravan going. Then that's not going to be moving too fast.
mean, if they only left this morning, we are a couple of, or half, about a day behind them.
Yeah, they got a day ahead. They got like the huntsman was saying, they've got a day on you.
Last night, didn't they? Yeah.
Old Gamer, thanks for the follow, Old Gamer. Welcome to the community. Thank you for all the new followers tonight. Thank you.
Caravan.
We'll be going on break in just a second. I'm going to do some
Our
EXP point
objective
giveaways.
is
Hold on
in
one
this
second.
camp.
Well, how are we gonna get into the cave? Looks like that's where they all are.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks pretty much what you guys were able to, from what you've seen since you've been back for the couple hours that you've been back here.
I know these hunters don't really care much for them, but if we end up looking like we're going to end up killing their employer, they're probably going to.
Zenvald, thanks for the
They're
follow as
probably
well.
going to back these guys up. So.
Not if we make a counter offer.
Oh.
Well, I could turn around and say, so how much are they paying you guys for bringing the elk in?
Now they're paying us a couple gold a day. This is great pay. Just for having fun, enjoying what we do. Go out and hunt. Learn new techniques. Improve our skills. Nothing better than getting paid for doing what you love.
I'm kind of.
How much have you made? Well, you got the boss lady here, so I don't think you made too much because she's here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I'm just interested to know what they've got in those caves, man. It's just just kind of. Don't know, it's just piquing my interest now, and maybe it's just me being nosy, but I don't know. I just get the feeling I want to know what's in those caves. You get guys who've got no idea, do you?
What are you hinting at?
Yeah, well, just maybe if you guys look the other way and we can maybe come to some agreement, some gold payment exchange in hands. Maybe you guys just look the other way if we have a look in the cave.
You can. We don't care.
Yeah, but
we have no affiliation with the cultists. I could give two craps what you want to do.
Yeah, we might come in.
That dragon, that half dragon. I don't think I'd mess with him. He looks pretty stern.
Yeah, I just don't want us to get into any fights with these guys and compromise you guys' position with your employers.
Hey, so are you making me an offer? Are you making us an offer?
Well, I could give you 20 gold right here and now, just look the other way while we have a look in the cave tonight.
He calls
20
over
gold.
he calls over a couple of the other hunters, and
how many are there actually? Just
there's total of 5. There's 4 plus him.
Okay.
So
I'll give
there's 5 plus him. So 6.
I'll give them 5. Tell them I'll give them 5 gold each.